Hello there, this is Coach Sammy33, and we have the final poll of the regular season, or of season 31, because the regular season's been done. We've been just going through the postseason. Tulane, moving up in the polls. We won our bowl game, we won our conference championship game, but really the bowl game's the only thing that matters since we know the NIT has been a thing too. NIT has no relevance in this. I'll get to that in a later video, how we finished up after we dropped into a loser's bracket. But let's focus on the task at hand. Let's look at the poll. So LSU should be ranked number 1 in everyone's poll. They're the champs. See? Nothing wrong there. Oklahoma, lost in the championship game. So them being number 2, not a surprise. Now where we go from there is going to depend. You've got Oregon and Colorado flip-flop 3-4. Then you have a mixture of teams, Clemson, Tennessee, Georgia, Notre Dame. They are flip-flopped. It's kind of moved around on each side. Coaches has Clemson 5, media has them 7. Tennessee 6 on coaches, 8 in media. Louisville 9 in both. UCF 10 in both. Old Dominion 11 in both. Ohio State 12 in both. And then things look pretty similar for a little bit, and then we get some changes. So you've got 13 TCU, the last team to be in the tournament. Iowa 14, Utah 15, and then you've got a mixture of stuff. So Kansas State 16 on the coaches, 19 in the media. North Carolina 17 in the coaches, 18 in the media. Chip 18 in the coaches, 16 in the media. Tulane 19 in coaches, 17 in media. Florida 20 in both. Sam Houston State 21 in coaches, 22 in media. Washington State 22, so this flip-flop 22 and 21 respectively, coaches, media. Miami 23 in coaches, 24 in media. East Carolina in both, 24 and 23. And then San Diego State rounding out your top 25. So looking at what we have, the closest person to getting it completely matched on the coaches side, Notre Dame. You can see here, only 25 points off. That's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm down there at 9. I'm trying to be as close to what's there as possible, so that makes me feel a little good. It's good stuff here. You do have Oklahoma State, an interesting one here, having LSU, the champs, rated number 3. Oklahoma rated number 6. So the two people that played in the number 3. Yeah, the two participants in the championship game not ranked in the top 2. So CU getting a number 1 vote. That's interesting. Georgia didn't even make it to the semis, getting a number 2 vote. That's interesting as well. Yeah, for the most part, I think you got Oregon ranked number 2 with Marion County, MC. You've got Tiger with CU number 2, Clemson number 3. So the Sooners sitting there back there at 4. Definitely an interesting one here. Southern Miss ranked number 2. Interesting. Oklahoma State ranked number 2. This, I can assume though, this Oklahoma State, because if you look through the rest, there's no Oklahoma, so you know that was a mistake there. Understandable. UCF sitting here at number 2 here, and then DAC at the bottom, sitting at number 2. Texas being number 3 with Steam. That's a very interesting vote, but yeah, is what it is. Media side, Coach IROC closest with 34. I'm right behind him. So you've got all of us voting LSU number 1, all of us voting OU number 2. And then the question is, where do we differ after that? So just so I can have some transparency, you see 1 and 2 are the 2 people that play for the championship. And I do this every time. I go off of the first 12 based off of the playoff. So who finished where and what round, and then all the participants that were eliminated in that round go together. So championship game would be 1 and 2. Winner gets 1, loser gets 2. Simple, right? Final 4, you have 3 and 4. The question is, who do I rank higher, 3 or 4? Even though Tennessee has 3 losses, with the tournament, I believe 2-loss team. Tennessee's resume versus Oregon's resume I know Oregon won the conference championship. It's the schedule for me that did it. I know Ohio State, obviously impactful on Oregon's schedule, being ranked all season this season, and then 2 losses to Oregon helps. But Tennessee, the SEC, so tough. That's why I had them number 3. Definitely could make an argument for Oregon being above them, but I had Oregon behind them. The scores of the game didn't factor in as much to me because then once I saw where they were eliminated, then I kind of looked at their resume in totality. 5 through 8 are all the people that got eliminated in quarterfinals: Georgia, Clemson, CU, and Notre Dame. Rank them where I did. Then you have 9 through 12, all the people that were eliminated in the first round. So Old Dominion, group of 5. They were, I believe, 12 for me in the last. So they stayed 12. I mean, they played really well against Georgia, had an opportunity to win. And then 13 onward is everyone else. So you got Ohio State. And then you have to kind of, this last poll is really tough because then you have to also factor in the bowl games. It makes it kind of tough, It really, really does. So you got Ohio State won their bowl game. Central Michigan won their bowl game. And for this, I went off of my last poll. So I pulled up my last poll and then tried to see how people did and how I could move people up and down. So I had these 3, Iowa, North Carolina, and Kansas State, 13 through 15. But they all lost their bowl game. Ohio State won. Central Michigan won. Utah won. So for me, they all moved up. These guys moved down. I moved up because of looking where teams sat, trying to kind of piece together where people go. I had 1 loss. That's why I put myself ahead of Miami. They had 3. But I had 1 loss, and the differential for me is the conference championship. So I did play an extra game. I have an extra win, and I'm a conference champion. So that's why I rank myself higher than Miami. Here, Washington State and San Diego State, they're both conference champions. They have 2 losses. Wake Forest does have 3 losses, but I rank Miami higher than Wake Forest. Thus, that's why you have Miami up here, Wake Forest down there, and these 2 in between. They're both conference champions. So for me, that puts them ahead of Miami, but not quite, or puts them ahead of Wake Forest, not quite ahead of Miami. East Carolina, just 2 losses on the year. And then Florida, the only 4-loss team I had in there. I do not have Sam Houston State in there. I was really struggling. The Florida pick in there being at the end is a tough one because they did have 4 losses. An argument could have been made for Wisconsin. I did admittedly miss that one. They had 3 losses. Had I saw that, they would have been here and possibly sitting around the 22-23 range. But admittedly, I missed that one. I hate when I do my poll, I submit it, and then after I submit it, I see things I miss like crap. So that one's on me. But Florida would have got bumped off, and I would have probably slotted Wisconsin probably 23. I could make an argument for them being here with Miami 2021, and then move, these group of 4 back a spot. That could have worked too. They would have been somewhere in the bottom 5. I just didn't get it right. So that's on me. Probably going to have to come up with a different system so I don't miss out on things next season. That's it. That is my poll vote. And we can recap the season next.